Yo, what's good, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new video. And today I'm going to be continuing off the discussion of the newest link to the Miasma Necromancer from my last video, because my last video is just more of an introduction and basically how I felt about the card. And if you guys don't remember, I did feel really positive towards the card, but I just didn't think that it belongs into any mainline combos that you would just start off with your turn one with. But it's definitely something that you can go into if you get hand trapped a couple times or something like that. Or basically, my favorite line how to do it is to basically go into the newest link 2 when it comes to a later grind game, especially if you have access to both your normal summons of Primate Dragon, Ether Barrel, and your Magician's Rod in hand as well, because those both of those cards are able to actually recycle themselves from graveyard to hand as well. So, um, basically, what I wanted to talk about today is that someone in my comment section during the last video actually, I believe it was more than one person, but definitely I'm gonna highlight it over here somewhere, or if I just don't, I'm still gonna give you a shout out as well, because of the fact that you did let me know that it was possible to go into Magician of Black Chaos Max without needing like any other like ritual cards or engine or anything like that. Because if you guys do remember, this video has been picking up a lot of a lot of extra attention lately, and that is basically my ritual video. I'm basically showing how you're able to go into the Magician of Black Chaos Max, with the numerical Raven stuff. But now with the introduction of the newest Link 2 as well, you are able to easily get that card into your hand, so you can be able to go Magician of Black Chaos Max Log during your opponent's turn. So without further ado, let me show you how that goes. Right. So obviously we are going to need a combo of Magician Souls and any way to basically get into your Dark Magician Destruction over here. So you can just start things off by activating your Ready Fusion here, paying 1,000 life points in order to go for your Sandwich over here. Then banish the Sandwich right away in order to go for your Dark Magician Destruction. Your Dark Magician Destruction effect will go for your Magician's Rod over here. And then, obviously, we're going to go ahead activate the Magician's Rod to dump Magician of Black Chaos Max from your deck to your graveyard, because as long as Magician Souls dumps any level 5, level 6 or higher Dark Spellcaster monster, level 6 or higher spellcaster. Yep, level 6 or higher spellcaster monster, you're able to just special summon this card easily. And then now, we would just go ahead and normal summon the Magician's Rod over here, activate the effect to search for the Secrets of Dark Magic, or depending on what else is in your hand as well, you can just search for a Soul Servant and then easily get the Secrets of Dark Magic like after that. And then we're going to link summon these two cards in order to go for the newest link to the Miasma Necromancer. And then the newest link Necromancer, obviously we're going to use the effect on Link Summon in order to add a level 5 or higher Dark Spellcaster monster from our graveyard to our hand. And there we go. We're just going to add ourselves the Magician of Black Chaos Max, and then last thing we're going to do over here, we're just going to set the Secrets of Dark Magic. So basically, it's not your strongest board. It's a simple 2-card combo that basically gets you into a monster lock for your opponent. To me, that's still pretty powerful. It is. And obviously, you are not playing the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! With just 2 cards starting off in your hand. You have 3 other cards in your hand. So basically, any of those cards there will basically get you into any an extension of your board. Back it up with hand traps, like you have like other engines in here as well, like Primite, Azamina, things like that. Basically the version I'm playing, or yeah, I mean, or you could just basically have ways to just play through hand traps as well, because like obviously I still think that this line is still pretty possible if you do have the right cards in your hand. Say as if you your Magician's Rod gets interrupted, you still have a Soul Servant. So like things like that, you can obviously still extend past those cards in order to get into this little combo over here. And as I mentioned before, this is simple. This is not the strongest thing ever, because like obviously, let's go into our opponent's turn now, right? We would just go into Secrets of Dark Magic, using the Dark Magician Destruction as link material. We're gonna go for our Dark Magician, Magician of Black Chaos Max over here. Then we're going to activate the effect of our Magician of Black Chaos Max. We can do either one of the two things, right? You can tribute a self in order to avoid cards like Imperm or anything like that. I could also say Veiler, but like this is something that you would want to do during the draw phase, because like a lot of these cards now, and especially the fact that like we have like Draco Tails and things like that in here, like that have main effect, main phase, like quick effect fuse and things like that. We just want to lock your opponent out of those things as soon as possible, right? So you can obviously go ahead, tribute itself in order to avoid things like imperm or any like on field negation or something like that, or if you want to keep the body on board and then just tribute this, and then you could just use the effect to basically get back a spell card during your next turn whenever this card attacks. That's also something else that you can do as well. So that's definitely something that you can do there. But if you keep this card on board, just be aware that you are gonna be risking the imperm from happening. Or if you use tribute itself, there's things that Call by the Grave, but at least Call by the Grave is at 1, so you really don't need to worry about that as much as like an imperm or something like that. So just being able to actually monster lock your opponent throughout the turn, and especially the fact that this is not this is like, you can actually have it, you could actually just do it again if you just don't know how, especially in like a later grind game as well, especially if you have a card like Gaze of Timaeus, right, with a Dark Magician in your graveyard, which you do have it right here, which is your Dark Magician Destruction. Instead of going for your Dragoon, you would just go for your Master of Chaos, because Master of Chaos on Fusion Summon, you targets a light or dark monster in your graveyard and special summon it. So basically, you can, if this card's in your graveyard for whatever reason, you use it for link material, if it gets destroyed by battle or anything like that, your opponent gets rid of it, something like that, you can just basically put this back into your extra deck, special summon the Master of Chaos, and then you activate the Master of Chaos effect to bring back the Magician of Black Chaos Max. And this card basically says that this is an on special summon effect. This is not a ritual summon effect. Like if this card is ritual summon, no. It says if this card is special summon, you're able to tribute a monster, and then you lock your opponent out of any like spell cards, like not spell cards, any monster effect activation. So basically, with cards like Gaze of Timaeus, and Master of Chaos, you are able to actually keep doing this over and over again. So that's actually really cool. I will definitely be testing this out more because there's only a 2-card engine. Like, the only thing you really need to add that's different into your deck is just basically add in 1 copy of Magician of Black Chaos Max, and then add in 1 copy of Secrets of Dark Magic, because this is the only way how you're basically able to go for the ritual summon during your opponent's turn. Chaos form is cool, it's fine, but once again, it's only during your turn that you're able to activate that card. So being able to actually have a card like Secrets of Dark Magic, being able to either fusion or ritual summon, is actually really good. And we can also just say, like, say as if the ritual summon doesn't work out, you could just basically use this as your way to go into Dragoon without risking it getting banished or something like that. So that's definitely really cool there. And it's especially the fact that Soul Servant is also a card that can recycle these cards from graveyard as well. So once you use this for fusion or something like that, you can just basically go Soul Servant, put this back on top of your deck, draw it again, and then if you have your ritual in hand, you just basically just do this again. But the only thing about this is the fact that you need to basically use Dark Magician whether you're going fusion summoning or you're going to go ritual summoning. And the great thing about this is the fact that the Dark Magician Destruction is considered as Dark Magician and is a level 8 as well. So you don't really need to have any other monsters or anything like that in your hand in order to go for this as well. So this is really cool. It's just a nice niche interaction as well. When it comes to like if you just want to play something janky, or if this is like a card that you just main deck, and then like games 2 and 3 you just side these cards out because of the fact that you just know that this is not gonna work again. Like, these cards can actually help you just get game 1 really easily. And this is something that I might consider playing in the future, or just at least experimenting for my own nature as well. So this was just a quick simple video over here, just showing you how you're just able to go for Magician of Black Chaos Max using the newest link too. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I shall see ya in the next video. Peace.